To try and recreate this, my idea was to tie this, not tie, dye, Paige, dye, no. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have wanted to start this series for so long, but I didn't know how to tie it back to music, besides the fact that a lot of people that listen to music dye their hair, but that's reaching, like Paige, try harder. And then Paramore announced their upcoming album, and the first single, Hard Times, which I am absolutely obsessed with. And suddenly it came to me. With this whole new sound change and aesthetic change, I was like, what if I dye my hair to look like the new album cover and Paramore's new aesthetic? And so I would love to present to you my new series, Die Young and Save Yourselves. It is so lucky that I have no respect for my hair. Like, I know people who are like, I love my hair so much. If somebody cut it, I would dye. And like, I will dye my hair to look like anything. I will suddenly go in and chop my hair off. I just don't care. So I feel like this is perfect for me because I am definitely taking risks because I don't actually know how these things are gonna turn out because I am not a hairdresser and I'm not a beauty guru. So this is just gonna be really fun. And if you're looking for a proper tutorial, there will be a tutorial, but I can't promise it's gonna be the high quality you're looking for. So I picked up a whole bunch of hair dye. I got these shades from Ion Color Brilliance. I have lavender and I have rose. I used to use these all the time, but they don't spread very well. They're really thick, so they're hard to work with, especially when you can't see the back of your own head. So that's really fun. But I used to use these, so I know what they look like, and I know they're the colors I'm looking for to match the album cover. And then I have these two shades from Manic Panic. I have Atomic Turquoise and I have Hot Hot Pink, which actually glows under blacklight. Not that I'm ever anywhere with a blacklight, but I thought that was cool. I wanted to get yellow too, but did you know that literally nobody makes a yellow hair dye except Hayley Williams herself? But do you know how long it takes to ship to Canada? Too long. I don't have 3 weeks. My hair looks so sad. I need to dye it now. So we're gonna move over to the bathroom and we're gonna get started. I am apathetic. I wish I actually was nervous about this, but I just don't care anymore. I've been doing this for years. My hair has seen worse. Let's go. So step one is to section your hair off based on what we're doing, and usually I would use a comb, but I haven't dyed my hair since I moved, which means I didn't notice all my combs have mysteriously disappeared. So I am just using my hands to just hopefully section off what I think I'm sectioning off, because I have no idea. But I'm excited. I hope you own a comb. So what I did is I just sectioned off the top part of my head to about right here. You can probably see better than I did what I've actually done here. And then underneath that, I'm gonna section off a really thin segment, I hope. And then I'll just leave the bottom part where it is for now. Okay, so this is my thought process. So the Paramore album cover, when they first started announcing it, they just posted that gradient from pink to purple and everybody was like, oh my god, moose blood. And then afterwards, they released the full album cover and it had all the different objects on it that were all different colors. So, my thinking, if this goes the way I want it to go, the top part of my hair that I've sectioned off will be pink, the bottom part will be lavender, and then the middle part will be like a gradient of the bright colors I have, because it's like you only see the pink and purple, and then surprise, there's more to it. When you like move your hair, all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's other things. I don't know if that's how this is gonna go. I've never done that with my hair before. However, what better way to find out, I guess, than to just do it and take your chances here on the internet. So let's get started. If you're new to dyeing your hair, I have two suggestions for you. One of them is gloves, because if you dye your hair anything with a shade of blue in it and then it stains your hands, your mother will think you're suffocating if she sees that your hands look like they're losing oxygen. And also I suggest putting down a towel because hair dye loves to be everywhere it shouldn't be. So, top tips: towel, gloves, protection. So I'm gonna start with the purple because I feel like it takes longer to grab onto my hair, and also just because it's the lightest color, so I feel like it needs a little bit more time to not ruin this whole look. Here we go. Usually I use a mixing bowl, but I have so many colors and only one bowl, so I figure why give any of them preferential treatment? I'll just Normally, if my hair was freshly done, I would use a brush to get closer to the roots first because they usually need longer with the hair dye. But as you can see, my roots are really long right now, so I don't need that step. But if you are dyeing all the way to your head, you might want to use a brush just to make sure you get all that first, and then rub the color into the rest of your hair. I have also heard rumors that this specific lavender from Ion Color Brilliance washes out green. Mine always washes out silver, but apparently 75% of people say it's green. So, another warning to keep in mind. I wonder what it's like to have your hair color professionally done. Like, I bet they don't do this. I bet this is nothing like how they do this. However, I've never claimed to be a professional at anything. And yet, here we are. If possible, find gloves that fit you so they don't keep coming off your hands and getting hair dye all over the place. And once you get to this part in the process, you'll realize that, hey, if this goes really badly, do you still post the video, or do you just pretend you didn't do it? And how do you explain your hair to your family and your friends? So that's step 3. And there we have step 1. 3. Did I get it all? This is the point where I start to look like the lead singer of Korn. The one thing that I don't like about this hair dye is that it's too thick, so it's hard to spread it, and it doesn't really go on its own and seep around. But at the same time, that's the thing I like about it, because when I'm done with it, I can just kind of stick the hair to itself, and it keeps to itself, and it stays out of the way, which is very nice because we got more to do. It's time to move on. So next, I'm actually going to skip the middle part and go to the top. I'm going to finish it and then tie it back up, because I feel like if I am dyeing that with the underneath already done, the Manic Panic is going to transfer, because that is way more liquidy and it gets all over the place. So I think it is in my best interest to start with the top, tie it back up, and then go for the middle. If you want to do this differently, feel free. I have no problem with that, because I don't know what I'm doing. You probably do. You're probably like, hey, I watch hair tutorials, this is a mess. So I trust your judgment, which is great. Why am I here filming? So we are gonna untie this top section if I can get it undone. Oh, you know what's cool is I tied this ponytail into the one below it. Ow. Ow. Okay. Okay, we're good. Success. Okay, so here's the top section. This doesn't look much different from what my hair normally looks like because it's so thin. This is just kind of how it always looks. That's really sad. Anyway, now we have this pink color, which looks a lot brighter in the tube than I remember. So that could be a really fun journey here if this goes not the way I thought it was gonna go. I'm just saying goodbye to this color in case I screw this up. Oh, do not be alarmed. This color looks this neon, but I swear it turns out pastel somehow. As long as they didn't change the formula, which is entirely possible and would happen to me. Okay. This is actually the professional way to put hair dye on. I know what you're thinking, there's probably a better way of doing this. Absolutely there is. I'm just not good at it. And I've been doing this for years, so even though this isn't the best method, it obviously works because my hair is always doing something. Originally when I started planning this idea, I was gonna have my whole head go pink gradient down to purple, and I'm so glad I didn't do that because that would have been so much easier to screw up. Wow, I really hope this gets a little bit less bright because this is not the look I was going for. However, I am often not getting the look I'm going for. That's fine. Hair is hair. Hair means nothing. It's just a bunch of dead stuff growing out of your head. Who cares? This would be so much easier if I had a comb. Ha ha ha. I find sometimes with this hair dye, it's easier to literally just mush it into your head because it doesn't spread and it wastes so much product. So if you just kind of smush the hair into the other hair, eventually it all picks it up. I know it sounds stupid. It sounds like I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it tends to work. Sometimes I also add a little bit of conditioner to this color just so that it spreads better, but I also forgot to pick up conditioner. So, doing great. I wonder how Hayley Williams does this. Like, I wonder if she goes to a professional, or do you think she like dyes her own hair in the tour bus? I bet she doesn't do it like this though. For good reason. I feel like she wants to look good for photo shoots and things. And this is not a guaranteed thing. And I just grabbed onto the middle section and dyed it pink. I am so glad. I am so glad. Oh, and if you look here, I believe that is the purple section. Nope, that's the middle section too. Everything's pink. This is like a Halsey song. Oh, this side too. Fantastic. I am so done with this. Everything is pink. My hair. Did I get it? Things are going terribly. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video being like, hey, don't listen to what I say until you see what happens after I say it. Then go back and decide if you want to do what I said. The other thing about this stuff is it dries, whereas some hair dyes just kind of stay wet and weird. This one like dries and hardens, and then it gets really hard to move it around. If you can't see the fear in my eyes, know that it's there. Oh my god. Oh my god, and I'm turning this into a series? I can't be trusted. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. I think this is okay. That sounds like something you say when it's not okay. And that is why you always put down a towel. Hey, would you like a behind the scenes look at the action? This bottle is covered in hair dye that could have gone on my head, but is instead coating this bottle because I am a delinquent. Hey, would you like another behind the scenes look at the action? This is why you put a napkin down on the counter just to set your hair dye bottle on, because that could have been the counter. Oh, that was a step I forgot to mention. If you just put a Kleenex down on the counter, it sounds like a stupid tip. It's like, well, yeah, but I've done it before where I'm like, it's just gonna go on my hand and on my hair, and then suddenly everything is blue. Halsey. Alright, so here's where we get into the fun part, or maybe the worst part. I don't know yet. I don't think I'm gonna have to actually tie this up. I think it's just gonna stay. I just have to take the hair tie out of the middle part that I accidentally started dyeing pink, and will now have to try and work around. Oh, let me put hair ties in my hair so I don't accidentally dye the wrong piece pink. Let me just put pink everywhere and worry later about what I've done. Ow! Now we get into the part that will definitely be messy, and that is the manic panic. This stuff gets everywhere, but it's also bright and vibrant and looks great until it starts to fade, and sometimes it gets a little patchy. But, I mean, it's already gonna be patchy because look at that. I already dyed half of it pink anyway. And because apparently sectioning off my hair did nothing for me, I guess that means I'm gonna put the pink at the top and the blue at the bottom. I feel like that's my only option here because I've already screwed it up. I'm gonna go to glow in the dark mini put just to look at my hair. And everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, how crazy is it that her hair glows here? And I'll be like, yeah, I totally didn't know. This is a big mystery. I can't believe it. Wink. Hey, a fun thing is that I can't get this open. Okay, manic panic. Tip for you. This hair dye is not made of gold. You don't need to protect it this heavily. Okay, it's open and it's gorgeous. I've never used this color before, but I feel like if this goes really bad, I could just dye my whole head this color depending on how bright it ends up at the end of this. I have before thought I was dyeing my hair pink, like a medium pink, and ended up with neon scene kid hair, so I don't know, who knows, nobody, we'll find out soon. This looks reasonable, and it glows under black light. Could you imagine the first person that was like, hey, I want to dye my hair, and everybody's like, okay, and they're like, but it needs to glow. What? Oh, I've got just the thing for you. This is the part where I feel like I can actually offer some information. Dyeing the top part is just smushing the hair dye in. This part actually requires a little bit of skill that I might not have. However, what you want to do is put the pink a little bit lower than where you want it, because then when you put the blue on the end, you want to have that smushy area in the middle. So you need to have some pink on that space for it to smush, you know? If you do this, please send me pictures. I don't know where. I'm Paige Backstage everywhere. Please send me a picture so I can see what this is actually supposed to look like in person instead of, I know what it's supposed to look like in here, I just don't know what it's supposed to look like on here, you know? I'm really excited actually to see how this turns out, because even if it doesn't turn out the way I imagined it, I feel like it's still gonna look like something, and that's all I can really ask for, you know? I don't know what that meant. I think the dye is seeping into my brain. I should probably hurry up. All I can picture is Guy Tang watching this video and being absolutely disgusted with me. And like, honestly, it's okay, I understand, me too. Okay, on to the next color. I feel like online when people are like, oh, this is what this color is gonna look like, it never, ever, ever looks like that for me. Okay, all right, I did it. So see, oh man, that's actually working all right. So that was fast. I did that really fast, and already you can kind of see the gradient here. Maybe if I turn my head like that, from blue to purple to pink, it meshed really fast. Holy smokes. So this is gonna be cool. I kind of wish I did my whole head like this, but that wouldn't have been the Paramore art. So I'll have to do this again another time for not this. Guys, maybe I am a professional. Maybe I do have skills. I have this whole new lease on life where I feel like I'm actually a professional person that can do things. Guys, I would suggest dyeing your hair crazy rainbow colors to feel like an adult. Nobody else is gonna give you that advice. But I am, 100%. This is awesome. Watch it wash out and look like garbage. Oh my god, I'm definitely dyeing my hair like this another time. This is so fun, and these colors look so nice together. Alright, I feel like it took me so long to do this that all my hair is ready to be washed out. So I'm gonna go put my tiny garbage bag in the trash, and then I'm gonna wash this out, and then I'll be back. If this turns out bad, I just want you to know I had good intentions. It's done and it's dry, and by some miracle it actually looks really good. Or maybe my standards are just really low for hair at this point. But the pink didn't turn out hot pink, it turned out pastel. And the purple underneath turned out pastel. And then when you go like this with the sides, all the other colors show up. And like, I might actually be a beauty guru and nobody told me. I can't believe I've gone this long without realizing I could be the next Tati. How did I not know? So if you want to try out this look to support after laughter, this tutorial is approved. It actually went well. I'm really surprised, and honestly in those last few moments I was like, I might have made a huge mistake here. If you want to give this look a try, tag me in your photos or your videos or however you post it. I want to see if this was just a fluke or if this idea is actually decent. And if you want to vote for which album cover I should copy next, I'm going to put that poll up on Twitter. So if you want to go vote, I will pick some options, or I will leave an other column and you can pick one for me. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. What if this is just a fluke and I can't do this twice? We'll find out soon enough. But in any case, I'm gonna enjoy this. I feel supportive, you know? I like it. It's fun. And I can actually show up to work on Monday and people won't be like, whoa, what happened? Which is great, because that happens to me every time I do my hair. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm starting something new on my channel where with each video I post, I'm shouting out somebody who retweeted my last video. So today's shout out of the day is Harley, or Modern Mistakes. He posted a really cool cover a cappella of Lord's Liability on his Twitter account. I'm gonna leave the link below so you can check it out. Thanks for watching, Harley, and thank you for watching everybody, but definitely check this out. It's really good, and like, it's like listening to Lorde do it. It's emotional. I really enjoyed it. So anyways, thank you for watching this first shot at a hair tutorial that did not go as bad as I thought it would. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.